Hello. Thank you for tuning in to this is a video, kind of a prelude to training class 2 skincare. The reason that we are doing this video is so that you can come to skincare class prepared, that you will already know some of the things that we're going to be going over so that we can kind of streamline the training and not keep you there quite as long. We're really trying to change up some things that we're doing in our unit. And whether you're a brand new consultant watching this or if you're a seasoned consultant watching this, welcome. And I hope this helps. I hope that you are going to take notes. It's very important. School is never out for the professional. That's what our National Sales Director, Pam Tall, always says. So I'm not going to go over every single thing because you need to come to training class. This is not a substitute for training class. This is just to help you not feel maybe so overwhelmed and so lost at training class because it can be a lot of information. When you became a consultant and you signed up and we did our orientation, I told you that we would be emailing you out the training pamphlets, the training packets that you would need to print out to go along with this video. So here's what you're going to need, okay? Of course, you're going to need a pen to take some notes. You're going to need this sheet. It's all about you, the party sheet, okay? You're going to need your hostess checklist, a did you know sheet, the closing sheet printed back and front, and then you're also going to need the skincare cheat sheet, which I don't have, but you have in your email packet. That really gives you a lot of information and makes you not feel so overwhelmed with not knowing everything about every product, which of course you never need to know all of that, but you do need some product knowledge. So anyway, we're just going to jump right into this. I'm going to just go over some things. I'm not going to, like I said, spend as much time on the video as I would in training class, but I just don't want you feeling lost in training. So when you attended training class 1, if you have already, you learned about booking. And the part about booking that's so critical to what we're going to be talking about today is the coaching piece. Now, if you haven't had class 1 yet, because maybe you're just coming in and you landed on class 2, that's okay. You can certainly pick up class 1. Coaching is what we do when we have a party on our books and we want to coach our hostess. I can attest, because of failures in areas where I have grown, that a poorly coached hostess will lead to a poorly held skincare party or class. You'll hear it called both party and class. So it really, really depends on your coaching. I personally sit with hostesses and go through the hostess packet to train them. And you'll learn all about that in class 1. But I promise you this, if you booked someone for a party in December and you show up at her door mid-January for the party and you've had no contact with her, you're probably not having a party because she didn't remember, you didn't contact her, and that's not her fault. Okay, we got to put the blame where it lies so we can learn. Not to point fingers, but we need to learn from that. That's our fault. We fell short of being in constant contact with our hostess. I try to schedule parties within 2 weeks because that keeps the hostess excited. If you can't do that, then you need to be in contact with that hostess every week. You're also going to learn in class 1 about being in contact with the guests that are coming. You don't want, if you can avoid it, the party to be the first time they hear your voice. I love to kind of make that connection before I actually see them at a party. Mary Kay Ash started this company long before all this wonderful technology of Facebook and this kind of videoing was available 53 years ago. So it was all about face-to-face connections. And ladies, that has not changed. We are not a catalog selling company. We are not a Facebook selling company. We are a face-to-face, gather the women around put the product on the face kind of company. I can tell you this, I've never seen it fail yet. When you put our product on women's faces, they want it. It's that good. There's a difference immediately with most people. And when they can see a difference in something immediately, they want it. So please, please, please take that away from this video. Don't pass out books and try to, have sales that way and base your business on that, or base your business on Facebook. Your business is going to be built around the kitchen table, gathering women for parties. Okay, so it's a skill set that you can learn. Okay, you don't have to be born with it. You can learn it, and that's what we're here to teach you. So everybody stay calm. Whether you like to talk to people or be around people, you're going to learn that confidence, and you're going to be amazing if you are trainable, coachable, and are willing to just jump in and be willing to look at things maybe you didn't do great and things that you did great. I mean, I still contact my director after parties, and I'm a director. So I still want her feedback. I think it's important. We all need feedback. We can't just go on what we think, or, we all think we're great. So anyway, okay, so here we go. We're going to start with this sheet, because this is the basis of your party. Now, here's a little secret. When I first started Mary Kay and I did my first couple parties, I held this paper in my hand. Now, I was a teacher for 18 years, so talking in front of people was not a problem. But this was not my area. I was a science teacher, so teaching people about where to put skincare and makeup was not on my expertise list. So when I did my parties, I actually held this paper and I told them, see, here's the thing, you have to be willing to be real. If you can be real with people, they will love the party. If you stand up there and try to be something you're not, they'll see through that. Just be real. I was very real. I was like, girls, I'm just starting. This is my first party. Maybe it was my third party. So I hope you don't mind if I need to keep my directions here. I promise I won't hurt you, but I just want to make sure I get everything in that you deserve at this party. And guess what? They're not going to care one bit. They're going to sympathize with you that you're just starting out and that, you're trying. So here we go. Part 1, it says right here, or number 1, that you have to coach. Now, I have to take my glasses off so I can read. I'm at that age. We have lots of different kinds of parties you can offer people. Mother-daughter parties, divas and donuts. It says right on here, muffins and makeovers, pajamas parties, chocolate parties, bridal parties. I love brides. Spa parties, anything, the ladies' night out party. However you want to put a spin on it, if you want to put a spin on it. You don't have to put a spin on it. That's totally up to you and your hostess. Maybe your hostess wants to put a special spin on it. But there's 2 kinds of skincare, or there's 2 kinds of parties that your hostess can pick from. There's the full skincare light makeup party, and there's the little bit of skincare full makeover makeup party. Okay, so that will be something that you need to coach her with. What would her people best respond to? Not necessarily what she would best respond to, but in general, thinking about the people that she's inviting. So this class that we are doing this video for is class 2, which is full skincare light color. Okay, so you're going to learn all about the benefits of our Mary Kay business, or our Mary Kay products. You're going to learn how to put CC cream on, how to match that. We're not doing any of that in this video because you need to see that live. And so here we go. There's 3 different parts to a party. There's the, just like there's 3 different parts to an essay, if you guys remember writing essays, okay? There's the introduction, the body, and the closing. The introduction takes the longest, the body is the shortest, and the closing, there's 2 parts, okay? So for the introduction, I always, thank the hostess for allowing me to party with her fun friends. You want to get there early. Do not show up at the time of the party. You need to be there about 45 minutes early, and you need to present yourself happy, not like lugging things in, rolling your eyes, or talking about how heavy things are, not, because your hostess is your number one prospect. You want her to see that you love your Mary Kay business, that you're happy. She might have worked all day. She doesn't want to see that. She wants to see, wow, that looks like fun. So you need to think about your body language, your expression on your face, how you're carrying the things in, how you're setting them up, the conversation you're having with her. You just want to have conversation. Ask her questions about her life. Ask her questions about herself. You don't have to chat about Mary Kay at this point. Ask her about the people that are coming. Who's the fun girl that's coming? Who's the one that loves makeup that's coming? Just ask her some questions about who's coming. Ask her what she's working for free. She needs to understand you two are business partners that night. Your job is to get her everything that she wants for free. And to do that, you're going to learn more about that in class 1, but she needs to understand that you're business partners that night. So you're going to go, when we have this class, you're going to see how everything is set up. You'll have that all set up before the people come. You need pens there. Don't want women reaching in their purses for pens in the middle of the party, because then you lose them. So you want to invest in pens from the dollar store. You're going to have everything set up, ready to roll. Okay. Satin hands, we're going to teach you how to do all that. Profile cards, you're going to welcome everybody. Let's see. I am probably down to like number 8-ish by now, where you've welcomed everybody. I usually go around the table and just ask them their name, what they do in their day job, and then how they know the hostess, and something funny that happened to them that day, or the best thing that happened to them that day, just to keep it light. And then we're going to dive right in with your iStory. So you can do this with pictures. Some women do that. Senior consultant, Christy Harvey, she has amazing pictures all printed out, and she shows the pictures as she talks about her iStory. I kind of do my iStory along with the Did You Know sheet. So let's see, where am I? So you can kind of weave it in. You might be thinking, what's an iStory? An iStory is your heart, why you chose Mary Kay, and what you basically want from Mary Kay. You don't have to have been in Mary Kay for a year to have an iStory. Everyone has a story. What's your reason why? That's your iStory. Okay, so I'm down to number 12. So you want to have 2 gifts when you go, wrapped and ready to be given out. One is for this, called the Did You Know sheet. The Did You Know sheet is critical. If you don't do this Did You Know sheet, you could be missing out, or you are missing out on prospective teammates. Even if someone puts a 1 on this Did You Know sheet, that does not rule them out as a prospective teammate. These are facts about Mary Kay they may have never heard. Please do this and send a picture of your Did You Know sheets to me after the party or the next day, please, because I also like to contact your people and just thank them for attending your party and talk to them about the Did You Know sheet so I can help you get teammates. I'm not going to go through all this Did You Know sheet. You will see this done, but I just want you to understand the importance of this Did You Know sheet. When you see this done live, you should probably take notes on one of different things that whoever's doing the party says. It's okay to kind of rob words from other consultants or directors that get a laugh, or that maybe something you didn't know. It's okay. If you don't have words, borrow someone else's words until you have your own words. I kind of like to keep things funny and light, so I like to make a lot of jokes. But my iStory, I just weave it in here. When I really get to the middle part, talking about life, why I chose Mary Kay, and I was a school teacher for 18 years. I did not have a plan B. I just didn't. I always wanted to be a teacher. My mother was a teacher for 40 years. I grew up in her classroom. So that was my plan for my life. Teacher, married, kids, white picket fence, all planned out. Yeah, okay. God didn't see it that way. Sometimes God rocks our world, and there's a purpose for that, but we don't really understand it in the midst of it. So after 18 years of being a teacher, I became really, really sick. Now, I already knew I had been diagnosed with a very rare autoimmune disease. And due to a surgery that I had, things went really bad really quickly. In that 18th year of teaching, I spent 90 days of that year in a hyperbaric chamber, 5 days a week, 3 hours a day, because I was not healing from my surgery. And it was a very dark time in my life. I ended up having to resign from teaching because of my illness. And when you lose your identity, because that's where I had my identity, which was in the total wrong place, but I didn't know that at the time. I lost my identity, and I didn't want to go anywhere. So basically, I stayed on the couch, sick. I was sick, but I also was having a pity party, pretty much for 6 years. Pretty much pulled myself out of society. Because I didn't know who I was anymore. I was always Mattia the teacher, and now I was just Mattia, or Mattia the sick girl. I didn't like that. And so, God knew what he was doing. I just didn't know that. And I share the story with people, and I share the reason I started Mary Kay. It wasn't for cars or money or furniture or anything like that. I started Mary Kay for friends. I was in a desperate situation. I had no friends. My dog was the only one left at the pity party. So I had been watching these women at church, and I couldn't understand how they had joy all the time. Joy. And I knew some of their life situations, and their lives were not perfect, but they had this joy, and I wanted that joy. And one day our pastor was talking about the 5 people you hang around with. You need to pick them very carefully. Jesus picked his close people very carefully, and we need to do the same thing. And he said, the 5 people you spend the most time with, you end up taking on their characteristics. And he had us think about our 5 and jot them down. I had no one. I had my dog. Now, granted, my husband's around, my daughter, my mother, but I had no friends, real friends. And so I just walked up to Ashley Summers, who you'll meet, bought a $10 eyeshadow, and joined Mary Kay. No questions asked. I had to crash their party for my own self. And ladies, it was the best decision I ever made. And I tell people that, I tell them the joy I have in my life now from Christ, because I found Christ in the midst of all this, because Christ is the center of Mary Kay. And it amazes me now, everything that's happened in my life, my health, everything, how differently I look at life, all because God led me to Mary Kay, and I just jumped in. So, I tell that story. I finish going through the Did You Know sheet, and then, have them fill it out. At the bottom, you collect them, flip them upside down, fan them out, let the hostess pick one, and that's who gets your first gift. Okay? So moving on from that, we're going to turn the page. Now, the body is what goes the fastest. Like, the actual skincare is so fast. You're going to talk about the 4 different kinds of skincare. You'll hear all about that at the live party that you're going to see. You'll also have that cheat sheet that I was talking to you about. You're going to get their eye makeup remover, or the eye makeup remover out and take their eye makeup off. You want to romance that product. I tell women that is the product I get the most pictures of that have nothing to do with eye makeup removing, because they have kids that like write on themselves with marker, or they write on something, or they put lipstick all over their face, or whatever, that it takes it right off without scrubbing them raw. So I kind of make a joke out of that. Then we just go through the skincare. We do half their face in Mary Kay. So I have them draw an imaginary line. We do half so they can tell a difference. If we did the whole thing, they wouldn't feel a difference. So half their face in the skincare that they choose. Then they rub, like this, and they talk about how the difference. And then on the other side, we do a microdermabrasion treatment, which is amazing, and they fall in love with that. Then we will do a little bit of light. We match them with their CC cream, which you'll see done. They love it. They love CC cream. And then a little bit of mascara and some lip gloss. Remember, this is not a party. Which involves the entire table, and there's an individual close, which involves one person and you. So you're going to pass the sheet out. This is the closing sheet. Ladies, please don't go to parties with books. We don't sell from books. You sell from a book, and your party sales are going to go, and your hostess is going to get nada, nothing. Okay? What happens when you get a book out? When you go to a party, let's say you go to any kind of direct sales party. Number one, you feel obligated to buy something, so you open the book, and you're kind of looking for something. You can say I bought something, and you do. Ladies are going to flip to the back. They're going to pick a lipstick, or they're going to pick something, and not even think about all the other things they probably fell in love with that you put on their face. So don't take books. I don't even take them with me. We have an app that you can get on your phone that has the whole catalog if you need to pull up and look for a price. So you do not need to take these catalogs with you. Please don't. So you're going to pass it out with this side. This is the first side that you do. I do have them. I tell them, please put your name at the top. That yes, I know who you are tonight, but 2 months from now, when I find this sheet and I'm looking at it again, I won't have a clue who Sarah C was. So please put your whole name. Number one, did you have a good time tonight? I kind of make a joke and say, you have to say yes. Everyone says yes. Everyone had a great time tonight. How are you going to pay? Creative financing, you don't have to offer that if you don't want to. Creative financing can be two things. Number one, they pay half now, half when they get paid again. Or they can pay you part cash, part check that night, right then, part cash, part credit card, whatever they want to do. I call that the so the hubby doesn't know plan. Anyway, if they are doing the pay you now, pay you later, you make sure you get both those that night. If they're paying you with 2 checks, you get the check for that night and you get a post-dated check. You don't want to be chasing these people for money. If you're using their card, you let them know this is the date that the second installment is going to hit their card, and you do it that date. Okay? Chasing people for money is not what we do. All right. Number 3, when you get your second appointment, you're going to hear us at the live party talking about that second appointment and how important it is that they book that second appointment so their hostess, their friend who they came to support, that their stuff doubles, their free stuff. And you're going to hear that a lot at the live party. So do they want skincare and tightening some more because we just barely scratched the surface? Or do they want a customized color look where we can pop their eyes or play with certain colors, play with different foundations, whatever. And then number 4, do they just want to buy themselves, which is okay, or do they want to gather a few friends so they can get their free stuff? And then you want to plug in, and then you're helping your friend get double free stuff. Okay. Number 5, do they want to listen to an eavesdrop for an eyeshadow? That's a 15-minute phone call. We also do some live Facebook things, but basically they listen, they respond, they get a free eyeshadow. Now, you pay for that eyeshadow, okay? That's not something we give out as directors. You do that, but hey, it's worth it because a lot of times that's when people, it's a second layer that they're listening to about the business, and you'll get a teammate out of that free eyeshadow. Now, this part over here is so important. That's why you do this sheet. Another reason, this is the referral game. You can make a game of it, or you can just have them do it, okay? You don't have to time it because the goal is you want everyone to fill out all 10. Basically, I tell people when I give this part to them, I say, you know what? You all said you had fun tonight. I know I twisted your arm a little bit, but I can tell you all had fun tonight. So Who in your life do you know that has skin? They don't have to wear makeup. Remember, this was skincare. Who has some skin that you think would love a little pampering? Just a little pampering. Who comes to your mind? And I say, now, if you can give me 10 names and 10 numbers, you're going to get a free gift from me. The person who does it the fastest is going to get an even more special gift from me. And then I just explain, I'm not going to harass your friends. I'm not Scary Mary Kay. I am going to email them, or I'm going to text them or call them, whatever you tell me to do. I'm just going to say, hey, oh my gosh, I was just with Susie Q. We had so much fun at a Mary Kay party. We did skincare and we put a little bit of color on it. She looked fantastic and she loved everything. She was given a chance to gift free pampering sessions with $10 gift certificates to 10 of her most fun friends, and she picked you. Isn't that exciting? Are you interested in the details? Because I can shoot them to you right now. If she says yes, I give her the details. If she says no, thank you, I say, okay, awesome, have a great day. So there's nothing like scary about it. There's nothing, I'm not going to harass your friends. I don't want someone that has to be dragged to my table to sit down. That's not going to be a fun event for either one of us. So I just let them know that it's not going to be something like that. And if I don't hear back from them, I will try again. And then I will not try anymore. So I let them know that. And then I pretty much say, go. And I say, using your phone's not cheating. You can use a phone. And I kind of walk around. And I say, oh my gosh, she's got 3. She's going to win the big prize. Or, oh, look over here. She's got fast fingers. She's on 7 already. That just kind of encourages them to give you some referrals, and we'll teach you what to do with those referrals. Then when you get to this side, you'll see this done at the party. Basically, this is all the stuff that we did, or a lot of the stuff that we did, and we're going to have them physically circle the things that they loved, and we're going to go through this together with them. You'll see that happen at the table close. We're still all together. Then we're going to describe all these specials over here. Okay, so you'll see all that done. There's no need for me to go over that tonight. Or today. So that is that. Now, you're going to move from that to the individual close. That's where you're going to say, okay, Susie has some awesome food over there, and you girls are going to eat while I chat with each one of you. I just want to sit down with you. Even if you're not making a purchase tonight, I would really just like to sit down with you and go over what we did and see if you have any questions. If there's somebody who is paying for daycare or childcare, I'll meet with you first. The rest of you go enjoy your food. And so then I just, you want to kind of go somewhere where everyone is not, but you don't want to go lock yourself in a bedroom because that's creepy. Like you want to be in view, but also a little bit private. You want your date book. You want the did you know sheets, and they need to bring this with them. Okay. So basically I just sit down with them and I, start going over this first with them and say, oh, okay, you had a good time. I know you did. And I thank them for any referrals that they gave me. I talk about, oh my gosh, I see that you would love to get together with some friends. Thank you so much because, woohoo, we got somebody over here that's going to help her get her double stuff. That means we're almost there. Only one of you, another person has to agree to host some friends at their house to get her double stuff. So I make a big deal out of that. And you want to book that right then. Get your calendar out, book it then. You don't say, I'll get up with you tomorrow. We'll book your party. Then, okay, book it then. Even if she wants a facial alone, you book it then, okay? You talk about over here, what did you see that you liked? What do you want to start with? And then you close it. You don't talk yourself out of a sale. You don't say, oh, I'll see you at church. I'll take care of it then. Zip your mouth. Start writing out her order form, whatever you got to do. And then you'll see how we can help her make choices based on these specials as we go along, okay, in that individual close. Then you want to take a look at the did you know sheet with her. And maybe she was a 6. And I always start with something like, oh my gosh, you're a 6? What did you hear that made you pick 6? Like, that's awesome. What did you love? What did you not know about Mary Kay? What surprised you? What would it take to get you to a 10? What's holding you back? And I just kind of go from there with that. So you'll see that done live, okay? And then you want to, you've done the sale, you've booked her, and you've talked about the did you know sheet and hopefully gotten a new recruit. So all of this you're going to see done live at training. I just want you prepared. You can watch this video over and over and over to get tips. Maybe you missed something. Hopefully this is going to help us cut down on some of the time during class, but I hope you took notes. If not, go back and watch it again. And if you have any questions, please don't ever hesitate. The last thing you need to do after your party is call me. You need to call me. Now, if it's after 10 o'clock, call me the next morning, please, because I'm no good at that time. I'm just not. I probably won't even answer the phone. So just call me the next day. I want to hear about it. Again, I tell you, I call my director still. I call Ashley. I want to know, what went great? And then what can we work on? There's always something. I'm still tweaking. Oh, my goodness. That's the name of the game. If you're not still tweaking something, you're not growing. So we want to always be growing. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned. And please call me if you have any questions. And I can't wait to see you at class. Bye-bye.